This is Defton speaking from Mars.
I started off by renaming Tidus to nothing, because it's easier for me to see where he is in the party swapping menus. And the Dragon Fang will crit on the main boss, so 770 damage. It's pretty good. And if I would get another crit, then I would save even more time. Every crit from Aeon means I have to see one less demi. So I was pretty fortunate. The next attack from Aeon will be a crit. And that made me complete this fight pretty quickly. And that's the final hit, and then we move on to Tros. So here I started the battle with only 4 grenades, so that's the 5th grenade. So that's why I had to steal there. I was very unfortunate with the click battle. I only got 2 grenades. So normally you would want to have 6 grenades here, but I will crit with one of the grenades. The next one from Riku will be a crit. This one. 658, nice. That means I don't need to steal any more grenades from him. If you were to get the rare steal, you would have gotten 3 grenades, and in this route every extra grenade you have when you leave this place is a good thing. But there won't be any extra grenades this time around. And then the last grenade to finish this fight. Boom. So here the Kimahri. I ran away from one of the lagoon encounters, so I did not get level 3 with Tidus before the fight, so I didn't do a menu at all yet. I will do the menu after this boss encounter. So if you don't get level 3 before Kimahri, you need a crit like I did there to not have to witness the second jump. So activate the ability, and then the strength, and the agility node. Or I don't know what I'm saying anymore. And then I swap out Waka. And then in this encounter, it's exactly the same as the standard battle. 2 Thunders, 2 Lancets, and then you finish the fight with Veil Force Overdrive. It's just a little bit RNG if Tidus gets a turn before he moves again. So this is the best scenario when after Lulu's Thunder you get a turn with Tidus. That way you don't have to watch the boss move one more time, which would cost a lot of time. And then Energy Blast will be enough to kill. Exactly the same as in standard grid, so there is not a single difference yet. There won't be a single difference until after Kilika Forest, or actually in Kilika Forest. And then Sinspawn, I like to do the 4-cheer strat, which guarantees a quick fight for those who don't crit. So if I were to crit one attack, I would just defend the next turn with that character to save at least a little bit of time. So I open with Dark Attack just to make sure that he doesn't drain HP to make it require one extra attack to kill him. And after the 4 chairs I need to attack twice with Tidus, and after that I use the overdrive to kill him. I need to overkill this guy because he drops ability spheres, which is really important in this route. So you need to overkill this guy, or else you will be in trouble. So I drained a little bit of HP, but it doesn't matter at this point. And now overdrive will be enough to kill him. And now you will see I will get 4 ability spheres. Oh, I didn't show the XP screen, no worries. But I got 4. I got 4 ability, and then I got an ice ball weapon for Waka, which means I don't have to grab the scout in this area. So I just do a quick kill with the normal characters, no veil for here. Swapping Yuna so that she gets experience from the fight, and then finish with Tidus. So because of the ice ball drop that I got from the previous boss, I don't need to grab the chest here. Swap in Waka and the ice ball. Otherwise I would have grabbed that chest there. And any encounter with a lizard and a wasp or bee I will kill. Because they give speed spheres. So it's not a bad thing to have some of them at this point. And also I didn't grid the flea here because I don't need it. I don't need it before the boss. So I didn't grid it. It would be unnecessary. I'm not gonna flee anyway. So there will only be 2 encounters. I'll go straight into the boss chamber because I don't need the luck sphere in this route. I attack the plant in case damage rolls are bad. Because I need to farm up Veil Force Overdrive here. And also Yuna will get a little bit of experience as well as Tidus, which is great.
Please, fight with us!
You don't really need to fight any encounters if you don't want to. The only thing that will happen is you will have problems with speed spheres later. You would have to kill the ice in Thunder Plains or some of the birds in Big Canal Island in case you don't get speed spheres in this area. You will always have early haste with Tidus in this route, meaning you will have it before the mechanical battle number 3, the long mech battle, before Oblitzerator. And here I defend and I summon Veil for exactly the same as in standard. Yuna's stats are the same because she has not moved in the grid yet. So all of the strats are very familiar at this point. And if you are lucky, you can kill this boss 1 fire earlier if you get good damage rolls, meaning close to 400, and I get really nice damage rolls in this round. I think the first one would be 400, we will see. I remember the first 2 were extremely good. So I think 400 is the max he can deal here. And the next will be 399 if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, so 2 really nice rolls. It means that you will kill him earlier, one turn earlier. So you can kinda see on Valefor's HP, if he has over 100, that means you killed him early. So this one will kill him now. But if you didn't get a quick kill, you would have to witness another turn. You would be below 100 HP. So that's how you know. And in this area I prepared in my mind before I do this menu, but it didn't help out that much. I still made a mistake there. So I grid there the flea, and then I put Lulu back in the party because I don't need her to take any turns. Or in worst case scenario I can kill the elements. I needed one more battle, and I'm not getting the luck sphere as I mentioned, so I don't need to go up there. But I had bad encounter luck here, so I didn't want to fight a lizard and the elemental, because the elemental doesn't give me speed spheres, so there is no reason for me to fight them. Because I don't need experience, I only need the speed spheres at this point. I will always have early haste anyway. So this is the fight I want, and I forced it before I leave, because there's a multi-purpose. If I would get another level up with Tidus, I get super early haste, not just early haste. I will explain what that means now. So whenever you want, you do the menu here. You have haste and you have the MP. The MP node you wouldn't reach if you didn't have this extra level, but you would still have haste regardless if you grinded or not in this area. So the MP makes it so that you can use it on all the mech battles in Luca, which you will see right now. So I can haste Lulu even in these early mech battles. What does this change? Well, you can you only need to see one attack from the enemies basically, or one or two. It can be two if you're unlucky. Normally you would see 3 attacks from the enemies every single time. But now I only needed to see 1 attack from the enemies, and also you need to defend more with Tidus and Kimahri. So I would guess you save 10-12 seconds per battle. I'm not sure on this, but I would think around 10 seconds probably, by having super early haste. It's not necessary, but it was a multi-purpose. I needed the speed spheres. I definitely got more than I needed, but why not? When I got so good encounters in the forest, I thought I should grind that extra 1 encounter for the super early haste. It also looks cool to have haste for all the battles here. So I kill every single mech with Lulu and defend on every single turn with the others. And the Oblitzerator fight is going to be the same as in standard. I don't remember anymore if you always have haste, but I would assume that you would. But having haste on this battle is what this route always will give you. And now I didn't need to touch the save sphere. You can see on Tidus's MP that I didn't do anything. Like I just straight went into the boss chamber, which is one of the benefits of having super early haste as well. If you didn't have it, then you would have to touch the save sphere. So there are benefits to getting good encounter luck in Kilika Forest. But even if you don't get good luck, you will still be able to have haste. It's just you have to touch the save sphere to replenish the MP. So there are 2 ways to end the battle now. You can defend with Kimahri and attack with Tidus, but what I like to do is to line up the Lancet with Kimahri so that Tidus have the memory on the haste for the Sahagin fight, which we will see after the Blitzball. So the only reason, I don't even need the Thunder Weapon in this route. You don't need it. So there is no reason at all to even want the Lightning Steel in this route. If anything, it's only a time loss. So when it's 1 minute left, I start moving from my own goal and I pass to Tidus when I have taunted both of them. And that makes the goal free here, but I was extremely unfortunate that he still blocked the attack. But it was just a bonus. I got the blitz off, so it wasn't a big time loss to at least try and get the goal. So same strategy here, full out those two so that Tidus is free to score, and this time when he is level 3 he has access to the sphere shot, which will guarantee him to get a goal. Now it's 100% chance he will score. So just get close enough, doesn't have to be super close. And then you just waste time by not pressing X here and let it roll, and boom, you score all the time. And if you didn't, you would get a third chance by having Waka scoring exactly in the same fashion. So I hasted Tidus there on the first turn and I attacked the bottom one with Waka so that he could do this. I only needed to crit 4 of these fishes, so that's the only thing I'm keeping count on. 4 crits is enough. So far it's looking terrible, but I will get it. The luck turns later in the battle. That's 1 out of 4 needed. If you get more, that's just a bonus, but 4 is all you should need. Second crit. So at this point I was a little bit nervous, to be honest, if I was going to get it or not. That's the third, so now it felt a little bit more secure. I knew kind of that it would be a high chance that I would get at least 1 more at this point. Okay. Even as I watch the replay, it's getting scary. I need 1 more crit here. There we go, that's all that I needed. And then I got an extra. Even 1 more extra. That's cool. Actually, I need 22 power spheres for that fight, because I had 1 extra at the end. Alright, there is 1 that I don't even need to grid, that I grid anyway. So yeah, okay, I was right in the end. So you only need 4 crits. So this fight requires 7 attacks from Aaron or Tidus. Wakas don't count, or they count as half of an attack. I wouldn't say this is the best fight, but I was just worried. I just wanted to get through with it. Could probably have gone better. Then after all of that, I grabbed these 2 chests. Very important, same as standard. And then I got a preemptive here to Lancet this one for free. without having to waste any turns. You could also swap in Kimahri and all that. So once you get to this point, I sort and I grid with Yuna for the first time. No grab the magics here. All the magics are solely for the purpose of beating Sinspawn Gui. So I put down the HP and the strength and grid steal and use. And the secret to why this route is so bloody good is because I will have the agility +3 here. That's the most important thing. And also Yuna has a lot of HP at this point, which is a big bonus. I think she has almost 1,000. And then I will sell every single item. I wouldn't sell Phoenix Down if I were copying the strats, but you know, I didn't care. I went all in. So the only reason you would sell Phoenix Downs later if you didn't sell it here anyway, and the reason why is because of the listing. Without having to sort items, I want Phoenix Down to be at the top. So all the way until Mushroom Rock Road. If I get a battle with a Thunder Flan or a bomb, I will steal from from them. So I need 4 Electro Marbles in this route for a quick kill on the Extractor. So right now I have 2, and Yuna will always go before Tidus in this scenario. And then I get a bomb here. They always give you at least 2 bomb fragments. They can give 3 if you're lucky. So, but you shouldn't really need more than 2. They are more like a backup. So it's looking pretty good, and then I'm divinely blessed by getting a 3rd Thunder Flan, which means I should feel pretty secure. You shouldn't really have to worry about the Thunder or the Electro Marbles at all, because
I'll be right back.
everywhere, even the Djose Road, this road here, Mushroom Rock Road, even the Moonflow Road gives you the opportunity to get Electro Marbles. The imps drop them and they spawn all the way from Mushroom Rock Road to the Moonflow Road. And here I got the glitch, or whatever you call it, skip glitch. I felt pretty comfortable, so I started to grind for the kills now, and that only requires 1 grenade and 2 attacks with the others. It's perfectly calculated so that everyone gets experience. You only need experience with these 3.
Excuse me, Lady Summoner Yuna?
And Kimahri needs the least amount of experience. In case Tidus crits, it's not a big deal. So even if Tidus were to crit one of these battles, it's not gonna change anything. So 2 battles down.
Yes.
The command center.
And then I swap in Aron here because I knew the next encounter were an ambush. So Tidus would have died here if I didn't swap in Aron, so this is not something I would have done in an unseeded run. What I mean by this is I knew every encounter that was going to happen, like what the encounter would be, but I wouldn't know what would happen in the encounters. But this one, Tidus seemed to die a lot, so I didn't want to risk it. So that's why I swapped in Aron temporarily. And then I heal up. I didn't have the best RNG here. Like, I think I got another ambush, or maybe even 2 more ambushes. I don't remember exactly, but it wasn't the best road, that's for sure. And then the Fungors battles, I cannot kill them. But I mean, I can kill them with bomb fragments only. But if I had no for bomb fragments, I would steal from the elemental there so that I could do it in the next battle if it happened again. So I need to kill 4 enemies, 4.5 if you killed any of the battles before Mushroom Rock Road. And I killed 2 battles before Mushroom Rock Road, so I need 4.5. The Fungors counts as half, that's what I mean by half. So I killed a Fungor, so at this point I think I have 3.5 battles killed. So I only need to kill 1 more encounter to be safe here. Then everyone has the experience they need. And this should be the battle I am going for, yes. The elementals require 2 attacks also, as well as the thunder flans, so that's why it's so perfect. Everyone gets experience and it's super swift. So once Yuna has level 7, I know that I am done with the grind. And that's when I can start gridding with Kimahri as well. Kimahri only needs the HP nodes. That he got the agility early is just a bonus. You will need the agility for Djose Road if you want to steal the petrified grenades easily. And then, yes, I get the strength here, and I needed level 7 to reach these 2 magic nodes, the magic defense and the magic node. And that's that. So now I only need to flee or steal, but I think I already have all of the Electro Marbles at this point. So I should be pretty fine here, or what am I doing? Oh right, I defended with you now, I thought it was Titus, never mind. So now I'm guessing I'm gonna get another ambush, that's why I'm swapping to Waka. So Mr. Waka will take a big hit. I'm just kidding. But no matter what happens in this fight, I'm just gonna swap out and flee the battle with Titus.
I won't go so easy on you next time.
And then I will get 1 more encounter here, but it's not an ambush, so I can just flee from the encounter. So at this point I have 4 Electro Marbles and 1 Bomb Fragment. That's all I need. If I didn't have the Bomb Fragment, I could use something else, a grenade or another throwable. I don't even know what I'm doing anymore, but I'm selling everything. And I put Yuna into the party because she's the fastest at this point, and I need to use the power break on the boss. And then Kimahri, because he had early agility, he will go first here after Arn. And self-destruct. Then I just need a turn with Mr. Waka and Titus before I call in the Queen for the kill. The strat is exactly the same as in the standard grid, I guess. At least the strategy with Veilfor is the same. Then whatever you did before is probably not the same. So Energy Blast ×2 if you get it. If you don't, you will just use a fire spell to delay the turn. So you would die in this encounter if you... Let's say he would use Demai again. You don't have enough to get the overdrive. If you defend or use boost, you rip here. So never use boost or defend. That will kill you if you're unlucky. So yeah, if I didn't have the overdrive ready, I would have used fire instead. And then I Thundara the head. Thundara is probably the fastest animation, so that's why I used that one instead of the others. So Seymour just solos the battle with the Thundara. I always look at the top right to make sure, because sometimes Yuna gets a double turn because she's so quick. She has so much agility at this point due to the required method of stealing early. So yeah, I think you know that this strat is exactly the same in any route. You could also, if you had Yuna's overdrive, use the Veil Force overdrive to speed up the battle, but in my route it's never gonna happen because I grid the extra HP on her, so yeah, that's not gonna be a reality. Waka only needs steal and use here, that's about it. Kimahri already had the early agility node, otherwise I would have gridded because he's super slow otherwise. So now it's all about getting as many basilisks as humanly possible. So yeah, I steal and then I use, I wanted to use Lancet here, but Waka was faster this time. That's what I didn't want to happen, that's why I grid the agility node on Kimahri, so now you know why that happened. And I almost got petrified so that I couldn't run away swiftly. But I'm glad that didn't happen and I'm still alive. So at this point I have 1 Petrify Grenade. To get a super good run you need at least 4. Minimum is 2 to just make it through without problems. But 4 you will get a good run. And with more you will get a super good run. So it's all about your luck. So I don't go... you could stay in those dual basilisk fights and steal for another turn in... the trade-off would be that you would have to see their attacks, or you can do what I do. Steal twice, which are 100% chance to also connect with the steals. Then here you can steal a smoke bomb or an Antarctic wind from the ice flan. Whatever you get, if you even get any of them. The smoke bomb can also be used on the extractor, in case you didn't get the bomb fragments, but the bomb fragments should be free. But if you had to use them for some reason, then there are a lot of backups. You could steal from the imps or whatever, the smoke bombs. Even more opportunities, the Antarctic wind from the ice flans. So as you can see, I'm getting super lucky. I'm gonna end up with 7 Petrify Grenades. And that's about it for this road. So now I will talk to... Wait, will there be another? No. So I will talk to Kimahri after this menu, because I prefer getting the Kimahri cutscene, since I think it's faster. Not the cutscene itself, but the talking I feel is much faster, so that's why I'm going for the Kimahri cutscene instead of Aron. And also it's 100 times easier because you get it natively anyway. So I'm gonna show you where I talk to Kimahri. It will be pretty swiftly, it's so fast you won't even know. I'm talking to him there, talking to him there, talking to him in the chamber after the trials. So the other 2 you could barely see them because you do it while you're running, so that's already 3 times talking to Kimahri. You only need to talk to him 4 times to get the cutscene to play. So that's why I prefer to get him. There are a lot of backup strats too, in case you would mess up one of them. So right now I've talked to him 3 times. Only need 1 more, and the last one will be from the Thunder Plains Inn. Okay, so let's look at the Extractor fight. I hasted Waka, I threw the weak spell first, whatever that is, grenade or a bomb fragment or smoke bomb, and then 4 Electro Marbles will kill, and then 1 Tidus attack will save the fight. Make it safe. And that was that quick battle. And then this is because Tidus is so speedy. I never covered it, but I got a lot of agility at 16 by near this point. You would have to defend so much to get Flea in this fight, so it's better to just kill in that Riku mix battle. And then here I'm performing the Guado Salam skip. All I need to do is pretty much cover the green doorknob with Tidus's head, that's it, to get the skip in the PS3 version. And yeah, I mesh away the dialogue boxes just to make sure that this counts as affection points to Kimahri. I'm not sure, but I missed it on my first run, it's never happened since. So I'm guessing that it was something with that, that I did it too quickly or something, that it didn't register the affection points. So after I started to just mash away the dialogue box, I've never had that problem again, so I think that's it. Just make sure you press away Kimahri's dialogue box, the Guado Potions thing. So here, it's always the same pattern, like the first Thunder Strike will always happen at the same spot, so if you practice the Guado Salam skip and thunder dodging, you will always get the first strike at the same spot, so you will learn when it's gonna happen. So if you visualize the area it's gonna happen, you know in advance when to dodge the thunder strike. And these you can manipulate whenever you want it to, you can make these thunder strikes happen. The guideline is to put Tidus's head on the sphere, or at least in the same height as the save sphere to make the thunder strikes hit, and walking makes sure that you don't get extra battles. You waste more steps by running. So that's why I'm barely getting any encounters. On average you get 1.5 encounters extra on top of if you didn't do this. So you could count, if you wanted to time it, it would be 1.5 encounters. So you would take this encounter running away and then half that time as extra, and you would get an average on top of the time it takes you to dodge the 50 bullets. So because I told you about the manipulation earlier, I knew which battles were coming up, right? But I don't know exactly the RNG that's gonna happen, but I know which enemies that will show up. So that's why in this run I knew I was going to get pretty bad RNG with the encounter rate for the rest of the game. At least until I get to the no encounter armor, where I do another manipulation. So I just thought it's worth wasting like what, 30-40 seconds, whatever it takes, to reset to a random seed. I knew that the random seed would be better than whatever garbage I would get if I continued from this point, and also I'm super close to a battle. Like I knew I was gonna get a battle if I walked one more step. So I thought to myself, okay, if I make it to the save sphere, I know that I avoided one encounter that I should have next step, so at least that's gonna mitigate a little bit of the time loss it takes to reset the RNG seed. So if anyone is wondering why the hell I soft reset here, it may look like a big time loss. It kinda is, but it's not that big. I would have gotten a lot of extra encounters that I didn't get in this run. I wouldn't say it was super big difference, but it was maybe worth it. I can't tell 100% sure. I would never do it again though. It's just that I knew that that was gonna happen. And here I would sell the Phoenix Downs I talked about so that the Phoenix Downs are on top, but since I already sold them earlier, I didn't need to sell them there. I sold the Mega Phoenix and the Ether just so that I could get the Phoenix Downs and the grenades to show up early in the list. And then I talked to Kimahri, as you probably noticed when I woke up, before I talked to Riku and went out here. And that is to get affection points with Kimahri, as well as negating the affection points if you were to talk to Riku before you talk to Kimahri. And then I grabbed the chest there with 3 strength spheres. And here I use grenade. So I forgot actually here to swap the weapon with Tidus, but you have 2 Iron Giant battles. So at least for me, I farm at the Iron Giants. So the next Iron Giant, I remember to swap the weapon or armor to the lightning one. Why I like to do it now is because it's gonna ease up the equipment inventory. Later, I'm gonna show you when I do the next shopping. So then I just sorted to a little bit better. I was more prepared with this party lineup, the way they are aligned, because it's closer to what I'm going to have at the boss battle. So then I only needed to swap in Riku there, as you saw, instead of the full party swap. So now I go in and scam him by saying that the prices are too high, and then I sell the first 2 items in the equipment. That's only to make sure that I know where the Sonic Steel and the Shimmering Blade will be. And why would I want to know where they are? That's because I am going to put first strike on the Shimmering Blade later. And I want the equipment swaps in battle with Tidus to be the same. So that's why I sell the first 2 equipments that I have in that sell menu. And if I needed gold, I would just sell more equipment. I know the gold you need is 15k, 15.5 or something like that, to buy all the things. Or, sorry, I mean 11.5, I think. Anyway, you can probably go and check how much is required. So after the fight, I would open up this level 2 key sphere, and that's the only level 2 key sphere I will ever need in this route. So in the next battle, I'm going to combine the level 2 key sphere with the lightning marble to make the lightning bolt command. That's going to save me the MP sphere, which you will need for the new Evrae strategy, because we didn't grab the luck sphere in this run. So I will need to use another strategy, which is Chaos Grenade. So yeah, Tidus gets the same pattern as Yuna. Grab pretty much everything she has. This makes him strong enough for Seymour, and that's about it. So here you can use grenade or whatever you want, fish scales or any low spell except lightning marble, because you don't want to kill that thing early, you want to kill it now. Why? Because you want the counterattack to happen on Riku at this point. So Tidus got 1 free lightning marble hit on the boss for free. And then I will swap in Waka now and defend with him, only because he needs experience. This is only in case he would not get, or if you don't get the drop, zombie strike weapon drop, whatever it's called, zombie And maybe it is Zombie Strike. If you don't get it, then you need the experience with Waka somewhere. You could get it elsewhere, but I prefer to just have it done in case. It doesn't cost that much time. Lightning Marble and level 2 key. So that's super important. If you combine with the MP Sphere, you are not gonna have the MP Sphere for Evrae. And it's gonna take a little bit of getting used to using the level 2 key sphere there. And then we see the legendary Kimahri Cutscene, the whole thing. In case you want to time the difference. I think this cutscene is 6 seconds slower, but as you could see, the time it takes to get the cutscene is what? Zero time loss.
Oh, I get it.
Not Kimahri.
You can talk to Kimahri everywhere where you are actually natively running. Same way as when Aeon is running away from the scenes. Like the one in Luca, after you grab the 2 chests. You can talk to Aeon before he leaves. It's a free talk to him, if you know what I mean. All of Kimahri's can be done that way, except the Thunder Plains Inn, but the Thunder Plains Inn is the fastest one anyway to do, even if you weren't to do the Kimahri strat. And then I need agility with both Tidus and Kimahri. This is just to have the fast Seymour strat. I almost choked here, I almost overstepped there. It's super difficult to use the D-pad with the PS3 controller. The buttons are so stiff, so I almost messed up there. But I'm glad it worked out. So I start with haste. And then Yuna swap weapon, Kimahri will defend, and then Sonic Steel to be ready with the first strike later, Aeon defense, and then you talk and self-destruct, legendary strategies. And then the Blitzara, so I did all of this to stall, you know, I needed to see the Blitzara. And then I do the self-destruct, because then we have the Thunder spell lined up for the final phase. And for Anima, I will always get 2 hits with Tidus, because it was actually Kimahri who killed. So this is really nice, he's almost dead before he gets his first turn. So 1 attack there. You could kill if you wanted to, but I don't want to kill him yet. I want to steal there. But in case you wanted to kill him, you could attack and a marble spell and overdrive, but you could also kill with a crit. So if your first hit was a crit, you could gamble. And here I was a little bit unlucky, I missed, so... But it wasn't a big deal because Riku was the one dead, so it didn't really matter time-wise. Maybe lost a second or something, 2 seconds. So I defended with Tidus first turn just so that Riku wouldn't get a turn if I revived her too early. That's that fight, really fast. Then I swap in Yuna, so now I'm ready for... I'm completely ready now for the Wendigo fight. And then I do... personally, when I do this, I always look at the minimap. I don't even look at the Tidus's model at all. I just make sure I grind the left side of the wall as much as possible so that I don't get the encounter, and try to not move too much and you will always get the skip there. So Petrify Grenade number 1 is thrown here. Most of the time Riku will go first, which is a time save, but in this case I was unlucky and I had Yuna go first. Then I just summon Shiva. And Shiva will be the one used in the Isaru battles because of this strategy. So yeah, this is a free win, pretty much, with Shiva. So Heavenly Strikes will stop him from moving. So you see he froze up there, so he didn't get a turn at all. And then I just attack him the final turn. So there are 4 attacks required to kill. Last one is a physical attack. So here, this is when I was extremely unlucky. It's 50% chance to steal a second time here. A successful steal, but yeah, it didn't want to happen. So I had to resort to some backup strats. But normally I always expect to get at least 6 smoke bombs here. It's almost guaranteed. I don't think I've ever seen me getting only 3 there, so that was extremely unfortunate. I swapped to Aron and then I moved the grenades in a nice fashion so that I have nice access to the grenades in the order that I want. And now comes a little bit of time save because of the petrified grenades. If you wanted to save 1 grenade, let's say you had 6, then you would have to have the overdrive with Aron, which you can get if you stayed in the Zoo battle for longer. You could flee with Tidus and Lulu and force him to get hit. But yeah, with 7 grenades you're pretty much free to just use it. I would have used it on every single fight, but because I didn't get that 3 smoke bomb steal the second time, I only have 4 smoke bombs because I stole earlier as well. Then I had to swap in Kimahri. These are the standard grid strats. I mean, they are not terrible, but it was supposed to be free time save here. But only because I failed that second steal, I had to resort to backup strats. I would say I probably lost 10 seconds, 15, doing this instead. And then I needed the last strength. This have 2 purposes. One, it makes Evrae safe, but also it kills the robots in the Bevelle Guard fights, which you will see after Evrae. So yeah, then I aligned the party members that I want for Evrae already now, while I was doing the strength menu grid with Tidus. So normally it would have been petrified grenades on all 5 there, in the 2 plants and then all 3 home battles, that's the strat. And then the 6th would have been on Wendigo. And if you had a 7th, then you use it in the Bevelle Guard fight, the last one. You will see it in this route. I just wanted to showcase it, so that's why I did the Lancet strat. So yeah, I open up with 1 attack first before I cheer. It's just to make sure I don't deal too much damage. I don't want to get below the threshold so that he gets haste too early. I only need 1 water gem, by the way, so that was the only steal I needed. So if no one is... only if Tidus is petrified here, I would use Albed Potion with Riku after the haste here. I mean, no, you would use Albed Potion as soon as you get the next turn with Riku, of course. And then, once he uses haste, I know he's dead after the next spiral cut. So if you see haste, that means it's 1 overdrive left to kill him, pretty much. So that's the strategy. You just attack until you see him using haste, and you know it's 1 overdrive left to kill him. And then here, because I had to resort to backup strats, I didn't have enough smoke bombs to kill these first pair of guards, which was hilarious. I had to use a petrify grenade here. So that was why I used the Lancet in the bomb or the home battle. So now you get to see the normal strat here, smoke bomb. This should have been smoke bomb number 3 in this area, but yeah. And this should have been the 4th. So now you had to see the backup strat on the first one. So it's always good to have too many petrify grenades, but I would never go above 7. You don't need more than 7 petrify grenades. All they do is replace the smoke bombs, and most of the time you will have enough smoke and silence grenades to handle the enemies without problems. So you need if you have low amounts of petrify, you will need 10 in total silence and smoke bombs. You can steal them in Bikanel Island as well if you're low after the zoo encounter. So it should never be a problem. Like, I mean, your run is not dead if you got 2 petrify grenades or something. But I would personally not continue a run if I didn't get at least 3. But then that's because I don't feel it's worth getting a non-optimal time. With 4 I would feel happy with the run. You can do a lot of things with 4. So if you didn't have petrified there, you would just do 2 smoke bombs and a bomb core to kill. The bomb core would be free with Riku. So I sort here, go to Aran, unlock all the level 1s so that I waste as little steps as possible to get to the bottom. He will be my backup because I don't know yet if whatever is going to happen with the Kimahri drop when he solos the battle. I don't know if I'm gonna get return spheres or a mix of them or friend spheres. So Arn is my backup here. He has the possibility to go the downwards path or upper path if he wants to backtrack. But yeah, since we don't know yet, I need to make sure he has enough steps to go wherever Yuna needs to go later in the game. So no matter what RNG I will get, I will always be able to get good RNG with this, almost the same grid, no matter what happens with the Kimahri solo battle. So here I need 1 encounter more to get the last agility and the strength. I can still one-shot these, so I could do it later, but you save a little bit of time doing it after the first, because now as far as you can go, it will stop you when you can't go any further, which means it will stop you exactly where you want to stop. So you can just hold in the button until you can't move anymore. And then you pick these 2, strength and agility. And if you have all of this, you can then use Shiva on all of the 3 battles with Isaru. So here I had to take 2 encounters, or I mean I got 2, so there was no choice. I need 5 in total, which means I need to clear 1 full battle in the next area. You will see it after, don't worry, I covered it. So the other standard route needs 4, I need 5. So this is why I attacked on the last turn on Wendigo, so that attack would be pre-selected. So all you do in this section, you just mash X. You can eat chips or whatever you want and just mash X and you are dead. I mean, you will kill them. I'm sorry. So yeah, you just everything will be auto-selected. Summon Shiva, attack, until it's over. So you probably have like 5 minutes where you can just mash X and be happy with life. And you see, Shiva is the fastest summon that you have at this point, I think. Yeah, she should be. So she kills super swiftly, like, I mean agility wise, I'm not talking like the attack animation is faster with Ixion, but Ixion is slower. So that's not what I mean. But yeah, because we summoned Shima earlier, that's a big time save. Just using Shiva for all those battles. You would ask, why would you not summon Bahamut on the second battle, for instance? Well, that's because it takes time to go down one step and summon him, and then go up one step to summon Shiva on the battle afterwards, as well as the animation time is much longer for Bahamut than Shiva and all that. I already timed it, so it's definitely not worth using Bahamut yet. You would use Bahamut. All these 3 robots count as 1 larva. I killed 2 larvas before in the maze. Right now I killed 2 robots, and this is the third in this area, so that's the 5th. So 5 in total. And here I haste Yuna. She doesn't have enough speed yet to outspeed the Claw or Seymour. Sometimes she outspeeds Seymour, but without RNG I just haste and that's it. Then I make sure that I don't have to see any of the enemy animations. So this is the first time I summon Bahamut, and I think this is the way to go if you roll with Expert. I could be wrong, but I doubt so. I don't think I am wrong about the summoning thing. I think it's better to summon Shiva early. So here I get some extra stats. So if you're wondering why I'm even getting the defense spheres, it's only for one reason. It is to survive the battle with the Spectral Keeper later. If it weren't for Spectral Keeper's counterattacks, you wouldn't need that. So here is a very nice thing. I swapped the Shimmering Blade because I need XP with Aron in this battle. It's because I don't know yet when I'm gonna get the RNG, and I only have one more encounter before I need to do the menu of ages, depending on what drop I get from the Kimahri solo battle. So yeah, Aron, at the same time as he takes his turn, he swaps into the Shimmering Blade. I call it perfect play. I love that strategy. You do 2 things at once, then you don't need to go into the equip menu either. But unfortunately for me, I will have to go into the equip menu anyway. So here I'm manipulating, I'm saving here, and then I load up the save file. I change the timer, I cut off the thing so you don't have to see it. But it takes like a minute to manipulate the time and get back into the game. And then I make sure that I get this encounter. So you can set the RNG is based on the timer that you have in your console. So let's say you select 12 o'clock exactly. Then you test out what RNG you will get. If you get this fight, then you get the drop that you want. Then you can get that RNG every single time. So I already knew exactly what was gonna happen here. I knew the same damages were dealt and all that. So I knew I was going to get the Peaceful Shield there, which removes encounters, the random encounters for the rest of the game. So here comes the new Kimahri strat. I use Lightning Marble on the left guy because he has lower HP. I just need to kill him, I don't need to overkill him. And then the one Water Gem that I stole in the Evrae battle, I will use it here. And that, I only need 1 overkill, so I think this fight saves 15 seconds or something, maybe even more, I don't know. Something around that. So yeah, now I have that. What do I do now? So I I was a little bit... I did this in the wrong order, that's why I did it so slowly, because I messed up something. I was supposed to put Peace Shield on Titus and I was very distracted. I was like, what the hell am I doing? I'm doing the wrong thing. So that's why I was so distracted at this point, so the menu wasn't perfect at all. So I teleport to Aron here, and then I go back. This saves me one step, because if you paid attention, I started on one node above there. So it saved me one step, and this is why you needed that extra robot kill. It's so you can get to this place here. There, you needed that strength there before you leave the area. Now you can leave anywhere you want based on what you got. So if you got 2 return spheres, she can still get to that Titus square because she has Asuna by default. She started there, you know. So she can return to her own sphere or grid, whatever it's called. So it wouldn't have mattered if I got an extra return instead of the friend sphere. Titus is on the same square anyways. It's just a coincidence, I guess. So you only need 1 attack from Bahamut. This is a damage roll of 87.5% to go through, but if you want 100% you can use Impulse. But it's almost 90% chance to kill with 1 hit here. So you do what you do. If you want to risk it, you have a pretty high odds of succeeding at least. And then this fight is the same, but you have even higher odds this time around to kill on the first. And this time there is no punishment. So in the previous fight, what I mean is Impulse would kill 100% of the time, because the Morty Absorb thing will happen and kill Seymour. In this fight, it's not that punishable. It's 90.6% chance that he will die in 1 hit. So over 90% chance to one-shot this guy. He has 40,000 health. This was barely enough to kill him. But even if you didn't kill him, it wouldn't be that punishable. You would just lose a little bit of time. So there I got first strike on Yuna and Aron. So I grab all 3 chests in this area that you normally would need. I don't think you need a friend sphere normally, but in Expert you kinda need it, to be honest. Unless you got the 3 friend sphere drop, then I guess you don't need it. But I've never gotten it, so I don't even know what to do at that point. So yeah, you just go as far as Kimahri can go. It doesn't really matter that much. And then here I do as this you don't have to do it if you want to copy it. You don't have to do this. It speeds up the final boss battle. So what I did was I defended with Yuna and I attacked with anyone, Riku in this case. And Riku needs to be in the party so that she gets the overdrive. Why is it there even to begin with? You need to get overdrive on Braska, the final Aeon fight. So that's the only reason I did it. The fight is faster for Braska's final Aeon if you get the overdrive here. It doesn't cost you that much time, and it speeds up the final battle, so why not? I did it. You can do it as well if you want. I've never died. I don't even know if the Spectral Keeper can critical hit you, but you could only die if he were to critical you, and I've never died personally, so I don't even know if it's possible to die, to be honest. I've done that strat for a long time. So it's pretty simple, just make sure to tap the save sphere. Both before Spectral, because you need to have max HP before Spectral and before Yunalesca. It's super important. If you don't touch the save sphere, you're pretty much dead in both of those encounters. So I'll repeat it one more time. You need to touch the save sphere before Yunalesca and before Spectral Keeper, or you are dead. 100%. At least you will lose time. You're not dead, but you will lose time. You will lose a minute on Spectral Keeper if you forget it. You can still summon Shiva after and kill pretty swiftly, but yeah. So 3 normal attacks is enough to kill. I didn't get the zombie strike weapon there, and I already knew it in advance, so because the RNG is the same, because I did the manipulation, so I already knew I was not gonna get the drop. Drops are fixed at loading the game, or at least if you do the same strats, then it doesn't change. Hey, I got a crit. Nice, nice. I saved a little bit of time there. I didn't crit here, so you can see how much time I saved if you compare these two fights. So yeah, critting on one of those saves, I think 15 seconds or something. It's pretty good. So it doesn't really do anything, it's just wasting time casting it twice. The same strat here, but I have to make sure that I target the one in the back, because the guy in the front will be the default target. So really need to be careful selecting the correct target with the impulse. Normally impulse is AoE, but it doesn't work in this fight. They are not like friendly enemies or something. So impulse in the back to kill the core quickly. That's that. So you don't need experience with anyone else. If you did the Waka in the Extractor fight, is it Extractor? No, Crawler. In the Crawler fight, then yes, it's already done. You could always also do it on Seymour Omnis, in case you need experience with anyone. I think that impulse was a crit. You can't really tell, I guess, with the animations. And then, yeah, it's just impulse and one attack to kill this guy. So here I need to make sure I swap in the other two. You don't need the Aeon yet, but I did it because of the final menu. So I prefer to have all of them there in case I mess up the final menu. So armor break with Yuna. I don't think she can miss because she has the luck spear. I'm not 100% sure on that, but I've never seen her miss. Could be just my luck, who knows. But if you didn't, then you still have the backup strat with Riku. You could swap in Riku and use the Chaos Grenade, or combine 2 agility spheres to get the armor break effect. So having Riku's overdrive is also a safe strat for Seymour Omnis, so there is a multi-purpose there as well. Most of the time, I would say almost always, you will never need to use it on Seymour Omnis. So this started pretty good here. I think I got all 3 pretty swiftly. This was a random gamble and I got it. I was pretty surprised because it took me a while. Oh, okay, there I got so close to getting caught. I remember I thought I was gonna get a battle. I felt like I got... At this point I felt this is the best egg hunting section I've ever had in my life. But I think the last 4 didn't go... I mean, it's fast, but it didn't go as fast as the first couple of eggs that I got. I played it safe now because I knew I had never gotten this lucky before in my life. So I took the safe one instead of the random one. You always want to have the camera as far back as possible, so you see the most amount of things on the field as possible, because that way you can make estimations on where to go and grab the things. And there's the final one. I didn't see it. I saw it now, but I didn't see it when I played, I guess. Okay, so it was a pretty good one. I would say it's one of the better ones I've had, almost one of the best. Maybe it is the best, at least in a real run. So nothing to complain about there. Then I just grabbed the last couple of speed. I need to get 46 agility here so that I don't wipe on the final boss. That would be embarrassing after getting this run this close to the end. So as you can see, I have 2 extra movements with Yuna, so you don't really need to be that worried about her movement. And then this is Waka getting the zombie strike in case you don't get the zombie strike weapon from Yunalesca. Then it's pretty close here, it's in Waka starting area, so not a big deal, you get it and you're done. And if you didn't have the Riku's overdrive ready here, you would need to get the armor break with her. But yeah, you only need a grenade and the MP or HP sphere, it doesn't matter. I just took the MP because that's what I was thinking in my head, get the MP. Even though I had it pre-selected on the HP, I was just so focused on the MP one. And then you swap back to Yuna. This way you still have the first strike from Auron on Yuna at this point. So the first attack was free. I think that's how it works with summons. Your first attack is free with Bahamut because of the first strike, and now you will get another attack before he do anything. This is actually my best Jekt fight ever, I think. For some strange reason, he didn't power up with the stones. And he did the Jekt beam. I think that's the fastest one. Look, the stones are waking up, but they didn't do anything. And yeah, he does the Jekt beam. I'm pretty sure that's the fastest. I can't think of any attack that's faster than that. And then I just spare change. I start with Bahamut because he costs the most amount of money to kill. And I just want to get below 100,000, which I will get after Baleful. So now I'm below 100k. That means I only need to press right and then up, up, up to throw the rest 30k. It's less inputs, that's what I am talking about. And then the final Shiva one, just throw everything you have by holding up. So right and hold up, and boom, I throw everything. So now we know Waka has the zombie attack. So just need to swap in Waka for the final boss and then Phoenix down, and that's the end of the run. I had only practiced for a week, so I can definitely say that my menus and my movements with Titus, I probably lost around 1 to 2 minutes on just being not 100% practiced, which had nothing to do with RNG or nothing to do with like the game. It's just on me. I didn't play to the max of my ability, and but that was the purpose. I don't want the PS3 to be my best run. I want to get the best run on PC, which is what I'm going to get next. So it was a really good PS3 run, which will probably never get broken because no one cares about PS3, but PC is next. Thanks for watching.